Hello, friends from the comics and manga world. My name is G,
And I'm Hector.
and we're here to talk about the November 24th, 2025 FOC. Hector and I, we work for Penguin Random House, so the titles that you see today are those that are represented by all these publishers that you see today. Aside from this YouTube channel, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and on X at PRH International Comics, where we'll post some news and updates on those channels. And we'll go ahead and get started on our picks for this week. And first up, we have me. So this one right here is The Last Boy by Dan Panosian. And the premise here is what happens when a boy who never grew up finally has to. So we have Peter Pan here, who is still clinging to the past, while Neverland is still evolving without him, essentially. And so in this story, we have tensions that erupt between old enemies, former friends, a disastrous encounter with his aging nemesis, Captain Hook, that we all love. And meanwhile, we have in London Wendy Darling, who resists her own impending adulthood as familial and societal expectations clash with her dreams of an independent future. So, as their desires create this mirror fantasy and reality, a mysterious villain, the Phantom King, emerges and threatens Neverland's very existence. So Peter is forced to confront something that is possibly more terrifying and dangerous with this new threat. So is this truly the final threshold of their adolescence? Do they finally have to grow up? Or can Peter and Wendy find each other this one last grand adventure? So with this one, it collects the single issues numbers 1 to 5, and this is coming out of Boom Studios.
And next up is my first cover pick. This is City Beneath Her Feet, number 3. This is a cover T by Paulina Ganesha. And this is from Distillery, obviously. And this is the conclusion of the action thriller by James Tynion IV and Elsa Charretier. And I picked this one because I mean, the other covers are really cool too, but this one, it's a very, it really reminds me of action sort of assassin spy type thrillers with the train in the background, the subway, not in the background, on the foreground. And then you see in between the cars, you see the main character there, kind of bloody with gun in hand, a scrunchie on her wrist, but her hair all over the place because she's not using her scrunchie. And you see a kind of, it's such a cool, to me, it's such a cool and classic image of what I said, what I picture is thrillers with assassins and spies, and especially in New York. And this book, especially because it's such a love letter to New York, it like, takes you all over the place, and the images in this are amazing if you haven't taken a look yet. So there you go. I really love this one, and I love everything that Polina Ganesha has done that I've seen. If you don't know, she's also the creator of a graphic novel called Lemon Bird, which is from Penguin Random House, and also Zodiac Star Force, which is available on Dark Horse. And she has done art all over the place, but those are the two big ones that she created also. So there you go. Next up.
Next up is Fence Breaking Through, Quarter Clash, issue number 1. So what you're seeing here is the main cover done by Joanna the Mad. So I am such a fan of Fence, so I'm so glad that this is coming out. This is a double-sized one-shot, and we have C.S. Picot and, of course, the artists of this cover, but also the interior artist, Jonah the Mad, who returned to this next chapter of the Fence saga. So it is where um, so with this like follow up to the saga, we have King's Row's fencing team who successfully made it to the quarterfinals. So it puts them one step closer to their goals of beating Exton. And so it's a question of we have a member of the team, Harvard, who has to try to get another member of the team, Aiden, to focus so the team doesn't fall apart, or will they be faced with a difficult choice and have to press on to victory without him? And so I just have a special place in my heart with this series, so I had to spotlight it for today.
Yes. Cool. Next up is New Avengers number 8. This is the Karen Darboe variant. And I I I picked Karen Darboe's covers before. I love her art. She's based in Italy, by the way. And this book, which has been very cool with this iteration of the New Avengers, which include obviously Clea, who you see here, Black Widow, Carnage, Submariner, Winter Soldier, and Laura Kinney Wolverine. But let's talk about this cover. Oh, and I should say it's written by Sam Humphries, and the artist is the Brazilian Tom Lima. And yeah, this cover, it's very beautiful. It's such a cool, look at Clea just floating in the air, power in her hands, with this pentagram just like symbol in the background. Very beautiful. I love all the like the purple violet tones of it, and I love how you have all these sort of kind of mist flowing from the bottom. Like I said, I really like Karen's art. You should check it out on her social media and on her other books that she has done. Very, very cool. There we go.
Right, and next up we have Marvel Rivals, the Cities of Heaven, issue one. We have a cover done by Nico Leon. So we have Luna Snow on the cover here, who I'm so glad that she's becoming very popular. She's a K-pop Marvel superhero who experienced definitely that surge of popularity because of the well, for various reasons, but especially due to the Marvel Rivals game launch. And so she's like one of the characters that a lot of people like to pick, which I can see why. And the Marvel Rivals Infinity comic, which is on Marvel Unlimited app, continues with this new story arc tied to the game's latest season, Heart of the Dragon, followed with this, the print edition, which is coming in January. So Luna Snow is getting ready for this legendary concert, as a K-pop artist typically does, in a mystical tavern. She will be if she finds it in the first place because it's mystical. So lost in the Magic City, Luna lands smack in the middle between a battle of Daredevil and Angela, who are trying to awaken the immortal dragon using the Book of the Iron Fist, and standing in their way is Magic and Hulk, who are desperate to stop them at all costs. So it's a question of can Luna survive this chaos amongst other others in her wake? Can she still make it to her gig? And yeah, and of course, songs, K-pop songs.
Yeah.
So, really cool cover. And yeah, I like that her boba has Jeff the Shark
Yeah, because
on
he,
the
he has to
label.
be in every
Is it
Rivals
label
cover.
or inside? I think maybe Jeff the Shark is
No, it's
floating.
a it's like a label because it has like J right next to it. You
Oh,
can
that's right.
tell.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
label.
and I also love the Rocket Raccoon backpack on one of the one of people in the background.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yes. Next up, Nocturnals, the Sinister Path number 4. This is cover C by Sveta Shubina. This is the final issue, another final issue. From Dan, this comic book is created, scripted, illustrated by Dan Brereton, the creator of Nocturnals. It is the 30th, 31st anniversary of Nocturnals, something like that. And then this series, like I said, this is the last issue of this newest series, um, which features the team of Nocturnals. And we have here on the cover, I think it's Polychrome. I believe it is Polychrome. Um, Looking very sexy on a on a cemetery with some skeletons coming kind of out of the ground and some very spooky looking tombstones in the background. Um, and I gotta say, I gotta mention that Sveta Shubina, I didn't know who she was. I looked her up for this. Her art is so very cool. There's a lot of pinups like this one that you see here. Very curvy women, but they're like this one too. Very beautiful. Sort of, she does this like she does here. Like she has this black negative, also almost background with some images, but all the focus is on the main character and very bright. And this one is, black and white because of the character's color, but all here her other art has some like very bright colors, which I love. Check out her art; it's very very cool. Check out all the other covers that she's done, and of course, definitely pick up. Don't miss the final issue of Nocturnal, the Sinister Path that is coming up, and it's on this FOC. Yeah.
Next up, I really like this cover a lot. So this
Mm-hmm.
is Psylocke Ninja Issue 1, the Ren foil variant. It is just such a beautiful cover. I want it as a poster, like a bigger poster to
Yeah.
put in my room. This is a new five-issue series from writer Tim Seeley and artist Nico Leon. And essentially, Marvel has been doing these flashback mini-series. Like previously, they did Rogue the Savage Land. So in a similar vein, essentially, we're going back to iconic moments from X-Men history, flashbacking to unexplored like plots, returning to like that particular moment in time and doing a deep dive and exploring that story even further. And so that's what's happening here. So this is a flashback to a time when Psylocke was reborn into the ultimate killing machine. What sacrifices did Betsy make to save the X-Men? Why did they hand choose Psylocke to be their weapon? And what does it have to do with their former assassin, Elektra? So really stunning cover. It's beautiful. I just love it. It's so, it's great. So yeah, can't say enough about
Yes. Very, very beautiful. And then, we have, sorry about that, Street Sharks number 4. We have variant C, and then we have the variant ratio incentive in a 1 in 10 with the full art. This is both by Elizabeth Beals. This is the book written by, yes, Stephanie Williams and illustrated by Ariel Mendel. And in this one, I gotta read this description because it's like such a like 90s cartoon description. uh, Summary. There's a new burger chain in Fission City, and no one is happier than the Street Sharks. But when the success of the new Mega Burger threatens the Sharks' favorite restaurant, Humongo Burger, that becomes a problem. And when their enhanced senses detect something fishy about Mega Burger's food, the sharks know the sharks know that Dr. Paradigm is involved. Could this be another ploy to turn the city's populace into gene slam monsters? Probably. Oh, so cool. I gotta say, I wasn't huge on Street Sharks. I think, I was already a little bit older, so I didn't watch it as much, but I did watch it. I love it. And uh it really surprised me that uh, Stephanie Williams wrote this, decided to write this, and I found an interview where she talks about it, and she's talking about how like this is a dream for her because she grew up watching this with her brother. This was the cartoon she grew up watching, and she even comments about the fish ponds, and how that's one of her favorite things, and she loves doing all the fish ponds. And even on her interview, she used a few fish ponds. And then on top of that, having Elizabeth Beals do these covers, which I love Elizabeth Beals, and she always does these very beautiful um, illustrations, and she's done a lot that I specifically love that are with Disney characters and things like that. And have her do this also. I mean, look at how beautiful it is. I mean, it just reminds me of me back in Puerto Rico on a beach, just like having burgers on a grill. And I love that the grill is the type of grill that you see on a beach, on a public beach. It's so cool. And like I said, it also looks extremely beautiful. So that's another thing to highlight for sure. Great. And I think we have a little bit of news at the end. Here we go. Want to go for it,
Yes.
G?
So, this is, of course, the worldwide sensation of K-pop Demon Hunters. Happy fans, happy honeymoon. So, these are, you may have seen in the news, new releases coming up very soon in December. December 30th is the
Hmm.
on sale dates for both of these. We have, for the fans, K-pop Demon Hunters Little Golden Book. And then we also have K-pop Demon Hunters official poster book, two uh, merchandise items that are highly sought after and you shouldn't miss because K-pop Demon Hunters is great. We love it so much ever since it came out, and I'm
Yeah.
so happy that we have these.
Yeah, and I mean, if you don't know, you've probably heard K-pop Demon Hunters by now. At least have heard that name at some point if you don't know
Mhm.
exactly what it is. But if you don't know, they already confirmed the second movie coming in a few years. Unfortunately, it takes a while to make them. So in 2029, there's a there's a Mattel deal, and they announced some dolls, but I'm sure there's going to be more. There's something coming from Hasbro that hasn't been announced yet. They're all over. They've been nominated for Grammys. The song Golden has been nominated for a Grammy. They topped the charts in music. They topped the charts in streaming, and the few days that they spent on the movie theaters, they broke records. Uh, and there's like it took everybody by surprise, especially Netflix. Uh, so there's not a lot of merchandise out there, official merchandise especially. So these are the first official books. So these are very precious, and of course, the soonest that we could get them is December 30th, but just in time to end the year great, like you said, and be able to save the honeymoon with them. Um, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I'm also a big fan, if you can't tell. We're both
Mhm,
big
mhm.
fans. And that's it.
And that's it
Thank you.
for this week. As always, Hector and I, we enjoy doing these on a week-to-week basis, so definitely check us out next week for more. And yeah, uh, check us out in the description below for our links to our social media channels and write down in the comments below on what you will be picking up for this FOC. Thank you all for joining us. Bye.
Bye.